Let's stop talking about sending troops, okay? No one, absolutely no one is talking about sending troops into the region. So let's just take that off the table. It's one of my greatest irritations with the president at the moment. It is intellectually dishonest to claim that people who want intervention in Syria want a repeat of Iraq. Iraq was a disaster, and it is in part responsible for this, and nobody is talking about that. What we are talking about, and my question to you, is I'm all for a political solution. I've wanted a political solution from the beginning. How are we going to get people to the table without a credible use of force? The only time we've seen anything in Syria was when suddenly the president realized with chemical weapons, we'd better start moving the cruise missiles into place. And we got a deal so fast it would make your head spin. And we got all the ISIS people heading for the hills because they're terrified of our drones. So how do we get this political solution? As we ultimately did in the former Yugoslavia, as we did in East Timor, as we did World War II, how do we get to a political solution without a credible use of force? How do we convince any of these guys that they should stop fighting because the alternative is going to be worse, that they have to get to the table? How do we do that?
Marwan, Senator.
Go ahead, Marwan.
Well, a political solution is going to involve neighboring countries, first of all. Every neighboring country, as Steve has said, or almost every neighboring country, is interfering in a negative way in the affairs of Iraq. So you will have to talk to the Iranians. You will have to talk to you do talk to the Turks, to the Saudis. You will have to bring people together to agree on a political process. If that includes supporting a military exercise of some sort without sending troops, that is on the table, as long as this is not the only option that people look at. It has to be within the context of a broader political process that encourages pluralism and inclusion. My fear, and I hope I'm wrong, is that the Obama administration is ending the way the Bush administration did, which is to look at the region from a purely security lens. And that is something that scares me.
Well, you or not.
Senator?
Well, I think it's important to clarify the meaning of the word intervention, because it can mean a lot of different things. And I share and have said publicly many times the view that military intervention in the Middle East has clearly been counterproductive. And I think, Anne-Marie, I don't disagree with the importance of a credible military threat, but it's hard to say you're against any military intervention and then have a credible military threat. Well, troops, okay.
No, but this is very important because everybody keeps analogizing it to Iraq, and it has nothing to do with Iraq. I'm opposed to sending ground troops anywhere.
I think we should be equally restrained in terms of the use of air power or other means, which many people seem to suggest, at least in our Congress, has this magical surgery process by which all the bad guys are killed and nobody else is injured, and is completely divorced from reality.